Hello friends, welcome to Communication Skills for Everyone. In this channel, you're going to learn English language skills, personal development, vocabulary, and all-round development. Hello friends, welcome to Communication Skills for Everyone. Today, let's learn Bosom Friend by Hira Bansode. So first of all, who is Hira Bansode? Hira Bansode is a well-known Marathi Dalit poet. The speaker of the poem Bosom Friend is a Dalit girl who speaks about her sufferings and insults at the hands of her bosom friend, who is a rich upper caste girl. The Dalit girl invites her bosom friend to dinner. Although she came to the dinner, she found fault with everything in the dinner. Finally, the Dalit girl talks her friend that people of high caste cannot forget the tradition of inequality, for it is deep rooted in their minds. Bosom Friend forms a part of collection of poems called Fiat 1984. As the title suggests, this poem is about a very good friend, a woman friend who accepts the poet's invitation for dinner and visits her for the first time. So the first paragraph expresses the poet's surprise as well as our admiration and thankfulness for this friend who seems to have broken through the caste and traditional barriers to reach out to her untouchable friend. This friend, who obviously is from a higher caste, surprises the poet because women, who are actually the worst victims of oppressive traditions, are often the most orthodox defenders of the same traditions. The poet is overwhelmed by this magnanimous gesture and the courage displayed by our friend. Our own small existence is marked by her packet sized house. But the optimism, the expectations raised by this apparent magnanimity of the friend is belied in the second paragraph. The poet is grateful that her friend has reached out to her, bridging the chasm of social norms that has kept them apart till now. The emotional and psychological divide, products of the caste and social divide, are bridged at least for a moment between the two friends. The poet's gratitude for this gesture from her friend is beautifully captured in the image of Shabari, the tribal woman who, in her devotion to Lord Sri Rama, tasted each of the berries she offered to him to ensure that they were indeed sweet. The poet's love, devotion, and gratitude are perhaps named like that of Shabari, but our expectations are shorter the moment she offers food to her friend. The friend makes at the way the food is arranged and promptly reproaches the poet for her inability to serve food the way upper caste people do. This heartless reproach reopens the chasm that bridged for some time with the friend's visit. This, as them divide, it seems has much deeper roots. Identities which are built upon the notions of pure, impure need much more than a visit to be merged into one human identity. The poet now turns inwards with this reproach. The poet's outstretched hands, which had touched the sky of freedom, freedom from her caste bondage, find rejection. She feels ashamed. A further reproach from the friend for not serving buttermilk makes her sad and speechless. The sky, a symbol of hope and freedom, which was within reach a moment ago, recedes back. The hurt, almost a betrayal, stirs up memories of loss and deprivation. The poet wakes up to the reality of her existence, which she had forgotten for a moment, in a state of heightened expectation. triggered by the visit of this friend. Though she now leads a middle class existence, her past is marked by deprivation and struggle. An existence marked by much deprivation leaves its mark on the mind and shapes habits of thought which are difficult to shake up. This is something that the friend cannot understand because she is far removed from this experience due to her privileged position in society. There is a slight reproach along with a sense of art in the poet's tone in the next paragraph. The last few lines, in an ironic shift, talk about habits of mind, but this line is about the friend who, while pretending to treat the poet as an equal, still treats her as unequal. The friend's reproach that truly you folk will never change turns back on her in an ironic reversal. Though she had accepted the poet's invitation and visited her house in apparent disregard for caste or tradition, she still carries the baggage of our tradition in her mind. Though this friend has crossed the physical threshold of caste, she still carries it in her mind. She has recreated the emotional and psychological divide once again within the poet's house. The you in her phrase, you folk will never improve, once again imprisons the poet within a predefined psychosocial space and simultaneously redefines herself in opposition to the poet's identity. She denies that poet's essential humanity by formulating her in a fixed communal identity. And all this because today the arrangement of food on your plate was not properly arranged or ordered. This poem ends with a couple of theoretical questions. Are you going to tell me what mistakes I made? Are you going to tell me my mistake? These questions carry within them a reproach as well as a challenge or difficulty. These questions also put this visit in its real perspective. Friends visit each other to share, to be together in an emotional and social bond and not to find faults. This friend makes the visit but retains her sense of superiority. The attitude displayed by this friend is symptomatic of a larger problem that simply cannot be resolved by empty gestures like this visit. The chasm of caste that divides people, that sets people up in a hierarchy, can only change when we change habits of thought. This divide can only be bridged in a spirit of accommodation and understanding by accepting alternate realities and alternative identities. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. Communication skills for everyone.